Hafiz poem, In Need of the Breath. My heart is an unsaid jewel upon the tender night, yearning for its dear old friend, the moon. When the nameless one debut again, 10,000 facets of my being unfurl wings and reveal such a radiance inside, I enter a realm divine. I too begin to so sweetly cast light like a lamp through the streets of this world. My heart is an unsaid jewel upon existence waiting for the friend's touch. Tonight my heart is an unsaid ruby offered, bowed and weeping to the sky. I am dying in these cold hours for the resplendent glance of God. I am dying because of a divine remembrance of who I really am. Hafiz, tonight your soul is a brilliant reed instrument in need of the breath of the Christ. Hafiz poem, The Heart's Coronation. The pawn always sits stunned, chained, unable to move beneath God's magnificent power. It is essential for the heart's coronation for the pawn to realize there is nothing but divine movement in this world. Hafiz poem, The Thousand-Stringed Instrument. The heart is the thousand-stringed instrument. Our sadness and fear come from being out of tune with love. All day long God coaxes my lips to speak so that your tears will not stain his green dress. It is not that the friend is vain, it is just your life we care about. Sometimes the beloved takes my pen in hand, for Hafiz is just a simple man. The other day the old one wrote on the tavern wall, The heart is the thousand-stringed instrument that can only be tuned with love. Hafiz poem, The Wings. Everything is clapping today. Light, sound, motion, all movement. A rabbit I pass pulls a cymbal from a hidden pocket, then winks. This causes a few planets and I go nuts and start grabbing each other. Someone sees this, calls a shrink, tries to get me committed for being too happy. Listen, this word is the lunatic spear. Don't always agree it's real, even with my feet upon it and the postman knowing my door, my address is somewhere else. Hafiz poem, And then you are. And then you are like this. A small bird decorated with orange patches of light, waving your wings near my window, encouraging me with all of existence love to dance. And then you are like this. A cruel word that stabs me from the mouth of a strange costume you wear, a guise you had too long tricked me into thinking could be other than you. And then you are the firmament that spins at the end of a string in your hand that you offer to mine, saying, Did you drop this? Surely this is yours. And then you are, oh then you are, the beloved of every creature, revealed with such grandeur, bursting from each cell in my body. I kneel, I laugh, I weep, I sing, I sing. Hafiz poem, The Intelligent Man. The intelligent man quickly realizes the importance of gold. Hafiz poem, The Chorus in the Eye. Your eye has a melody we want to hear. God rises from a tuned instrument. The sun and moon will gladly wear robes and sway as playful children when the fir directs light. Hafiz, could you slip magic into sounds, then pour them into the earth's bruised ear? Hafiz, could you whisper the luminous close to each wayfarer's body and let the whole world know about the beloved's true nature? Yes, dear ones, I can. Listen to one of my favorite words that the friend too is always saying to us, Mashuk, Mashuk, sweetheart. The chorus in the heart needs to sing, Love is sovereign and ceaselessly moves from the tuned clay drum, chanting, humming all day long, Mashuk, Mashuk to everything. Hafiz poem. Find a better job. Now that all your worry has proved such an unlucrative business, why not find a better job? Hafiz poem. The lute will beg. You need to become a pen in the sun's hand. We need for the earth to sing through our pores and eyes. The body will again become restless until your soul paints all its beauty upon the sky. Don't tell me, dear ones, that what Hafiz says is not true, for when the heart tastes its glorious destiny and you awake to our constant need for your love, God's lute will beg for your hands. Hafiz poem. When the sun conceived a man. What could Hafiz utter about the day when the sun conceived a man, gave birth to itself as reality and truth? What justice could all the speech in creation ever say about that resplendent morning when the eternal handsome one let his face reappear by grace in form? There is something I have seen in the interior of Muhammad that is the luminous root of all existence, independent of space and times, novice dance across a single lute string of the infinite. What can even the love of Hafiz express for the ancient sweet man who forever begets compassion and divine playfulness? What can the vortex of my sublime wit, insight and gratitude ever say about the Father of the perfect ones when they themselves can turn you into God? I carry gifts today from the kings of fish, beasts, birds and angels. I carry gifts today from rivers, seas, fields, stars and from every soul that will ever be. Beloved, let us know what light first saw and said when it discovered you. Then leaped and swooned in such a wonderful laughter that light became this earthen floor and sky. O Eternal One, on this ever-present holy day, forget your divine reserve, throw wide the tavern doors. Give all your thirsty, loyal rogues a drink of your sacred vintage, free us from ourselves a while with the blessed consuming knowledge of your omnipresent being. We are your yearning brides, why hide it? We are singed devilish moths, our souls know of that immaculate fire you keep that belongs to us. Even death now will have no power to quiet your name from beating wildly in our hearts. Wayfarer, now is no time to sit still, for nothing but a great clamor of joy and music can make any sense today. Hafiz poem, a mime. A mime stands upon a gallows for a crime he did not do. When given a last chance to speak, he remains true to his art. A crowd of hundreds has gathered to see his last performance, knowing he will not talk. The mime takes from the sky the circles of bright spears, lays them on a table, expressing deep love for the companionship and guidance they have given him for so many years. He brings the seas before our eyes. Somehow a golden fin appears, splashes. Look, dear ones, there is a turquoise rain. He removes his heart from his body and seems to arouse all life on this splendid earth with such a sacred tenderness. There for an extraordinary moment it looked like someone was giving birth to the Christ again. He mounts his soul upon the body of freedom. The great breeze comes by. The sun and moon join hands. They bow so gracefully that for a moment everyone knows that God is real. So the tongue fell out of the mouth of this word for days. Hafiz poem, the quintessence of loneliness. I am like a heroin addict in my longing for a sublime state, for that ground of conscious nothing where the rose ever blooms. Oh, the friend has done me a great favor and has so thoroughly ruined my life. What else would you expect seeing God would do? Out of the ashes of this broken frame, there is a noble rising sun pinning for death because since we first met, beloved, I have become a foreigner to every world except the one in which there is only you or me. Now that the heart has held that which can never be touched, my subsistence is a blessed desolation, and from that I cry for more loneliness. I am lonely, I am so lonely, dear beloved, for the quintessence of loneliness. For what is more alone than God? Hafiz, what is more pure and alone, magnificently sovereign than God? Hafiz poem, Needing a Mirror. Your eye is so wise, it keeps turning, needing to touch beauty. It keeps turning, needing to find a mirror that will caress you as I. Hafiz poem, Zikr. Remembrance lowers the cup into his luminous sky well. The mind often becomes plagued and can deny the all-pervading beauty of God when the great work of zikr is forgotten. I have chained my every dancing autumn into a divine seat in the beloved's tavern. What I have learned I am so eager to share. Every ill will confess it was just a lie. When the golden efforts of your love lift the precious wine to your mouth. Remembrance of our dear friend lowers the soul's chalice into God. Look, my sweet efforts and his sublime grace have now turned creation into a single finger on my hand, and from the washed reservoirs in my heart and palms, Hafiz offers God. Hafiz poem, The Tender Mouth. What will the burial of my body be? The pouring of a sacred cup of wine into the tender mouth of the earth and making my dear sweet lover laugh one more time. Hafiz poem, Greeting God. I hear the nightingale greeting God. I hear the rain speaking to the roof of my heart. Like a winter blanket of snow gently tucking in the earth, I let a great yearning within my ken lay down next to him. I hear a sorrowful lover being true no matter what, even if the beloved seems cruel. Tonight there is a jeweled falcon singing in a blessed pain using the tongue of Hafiz. Hafiz poem, Reaching Toward the Millet Fields. It was beautiful, it was so beautiful one night. We all began expecting to hear God speak in the waves reaching toward the millet fields, from the mouths of the hanging sky ornaments, crooning in light's intimate chords, from the glance of plants and children playing with effulgent love. Existence was so beautiful one night, we all began to expect our beloved would speak, at the height of our wings' senses that were stunned, trying to comprehend the divine through the tiny organic filters that were stunned in glimpsing the reality of the thousand miraculous components of each movement and step. But we can't yet hear God whistling inside, so we weep. We will all weep in some way until we do.